The purpose of mastermind is not to wait for the mastermind to come to you and to get in your city. The purpose of the mastermind is for you to make some sacrifices to get there.
Originating from deep inside the Rocky Mountains, transported through the power of the internet, and arriving inside your tiny earbuds. It's the Appraiser Coach Podcast.
Minisode.
You know, I'm going to give you the answer to the question right up front. Yes, I'm a little bit biased, but the answer is yes, it is. I want to pause and remind you that we're sponsored by a great company called Synapse. Synapse, of course, is your ability to support your adjustments. What more can you ask for, folks, in technology, in savings and efficiency? Synapse can be found at spark4appraisers.com, spark4appraisers.com. Just got back from Denver, the Mile High City, and I had a fantastic 2-day mastermind in Denver. It was amazing. It was amazing. We had 14 participants from all over the United States. A lot of people think there's a confusion out there when it comes to mastermind. People say, well, when are you going to come to my city? Not the point, folks. We don't come to you, you come to us. We try to host in cities that are easy to get to, that are hubs. I mean, Denver is a hub for United that's pretty easy to get there. We usually host these just outside the airport, so there's either a shuttle or you're within walking distance or a very quick Uber ride. We try to make them very affordable. We don't stay in big fancy hotels. We try to stay in places that either have cheap enough rooms that pretty much anybody can stay there, or they're close enough to other accommodations. You don't have to stay at the hotel that we're doing the meeting at. But it was amazing. It was an absolutely amazing experience. It always is. My wife laughs at me a little bit because whenever I get home from my mastermind, she says, how was it? She goes, oh, hold on, let me answer. She already knows what I'm going to say. But here's the funny thing about masterminds and about really anything that is worth it, right? It's not easy. And I'm going to share with you some of the details here in just a moment. But I will tell you something that is very, very easy, and that is technology and specifically Synapse. Synapse is your ability, folks. Just yesterday, I had a very weird property that had a couple of things that I felt like I kind of knew what the adjustment should be, but a program like Synapse tells you definitely what it should be. That is the cool thing about data and data science and technology that brings it all together. If you're not familiar with Synapse, you need to check them out by going to their website. It is spark4appraisers.com. Spark, F-O-R, appraisers.com. All right, folks, welcome back. Dustin Harris hanging out in the podcast chair for a quick mini-sode. I just got back from Denver. We have what we call the traveling mastermind group. One of the individuals called it the traveling pants group. Little play on a book and movie. It used to be our California group, our Southern California group. And honestly, and no offense to California, but it got to be a huge hassle. In fact, it never was easy to go to California. And it just got to be so wearing that we decided to do it in another place. We started in Boise, and yes, my backyard, and it was amazing. It was wonderful. And the group said, let's keep doing this. So we went to Denver just recently, and we will be headed out to Seattle very soon to do a mastermind there. And then we've got some other cities lined up as well. But as I said before the break, folks, the purpose of mastermind is not to wait for the mastermind to come to you and to get in your city. The purpose of the mastermind is for you to make some sacrifices to get there. Here's what happens. And this is pretty universal for appraisers when I talk to them. They said, Dustin, it's always a challenge to go to a mastermind, right? I'm always too busy. I always have assignments that are due. I have to shut down my office. I have to book and get on a plane. I have to book and stay at a hotel. I have to pay a little extra because we're dining out. right? There's Uber rides. There's any cost you can imagine with travel. Now, some people will come a little early and they'll stay a little late, and they'll do a little something in the city as well. So you might have some entertainment on top of all of that. So the question is all of that worth it? Is the hassle, is the money, is the expense worth it? And just to lay the cards on the table, folks, the cost of the mastermind, the fee involved to be involved in a mastermind is minimal compared to the cost, right? Just to lay it out there, right? No hidden agenda here. It's going to cost you a little bit to come to a mastermind, and they're 4 times a year. It's a commitment, okay? But here's the funny thing. When people start attending the mastermind, they stay. Why? Well, I think it's obvious to anybody who's been there. And if you've not been there, I give you my invitation. Any of you that are members of the All-Star team that have not attended a mastermind, folks, it is free for you to attend. Now, again, you got the cost to travel. Don't want to hide that, okay? But the cost to sit at the table and to participate, to be a full participant, we'll treat you as if you are a full member. Free. Come. You got a free ticket waiting for you, okay? And why do I do that, folks? I do that because I want to help appraisers, and appraisers cannot be helped unless they're willing to make some of those sacrifices. And here's what happens. They come and they stay. They try it and universally say things like, wow, I was blown away at this experience. And that is pretty typical. So the question, folks, is it worth it? Is it worth shutting down your office? Is it worth the airplane rides? Is it worth the Uber rides? Is it worth the hotels? Is it worth spending a little extra dining out? Well, folks, I'm still on a high from the Mile High Mastermind here in Denver recently. I love my mastermind friends. I love my clients. I love interacting and rubbing shoulders with appraisers. I was asked at the last mastermind, so are you going to keep doing this? Meaning, are you going to keep coaching? Are you kidding? My answer was so fast. I love it. This is what I live for. Yeah, the farm's fun. Yeah, I like running Airbnbs. Yeah, there's appraising, and that's okay too, right? But my joy in life is mentoring, teaching, coaching other business owners to be successful. I can help you as well. If you want to join us at the next, or maybe next after that mastermind, please reach out to me, the coach at theappraisercoach.com, the coach at theappraisercoach.com. Go create some value.
You've been listening to the Appraiser Coach podcast with Dustin Harris. If you like what you hear, please give us a 5-star rating and post a short review on iTunes. For more in-depth insider information on how you can make more money as a real estate appraiser, visit theappraisercoach.com and sign up for the All-Star team today. Thanks for joining us. And now, get out there and create some value.